Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So in last class, we have learned the types of joints. So please tell me, what are the types of synovial joints?
All should we type or should we tell it?
Mm-hmm. Please repeat.
Should we type it or tell it, ma'am?
No, tell me.
Knee joint.
Yeah.
Knee joint is a example of synovial joint.
Hmm. I'm
Ball and
asking
socket,
about
hinge, gliding, pivot,
the.
condyloid, saddle.
Okay, very good. So, synovial joints are ball and socket joints, hinge joints, gliding or plane joints, pivot joint, condyloid joint, and saddle joint. Okay, and types of joints are, what are the types of joints?
Immovable, slightly movable, and freely movable.
Hmm. Freely movable are synovial joints, slightly movable are cartilaginous joints, fibrous joints or immovable joints, right? These
Yes.
are the types of joints. And synovial joints are further divided into next 6 types. So now, today we are going to learn about details of knee joint. Okay, I think it's clear now. Knee joint is the largest joint of human body and the most complicated joint in human body. Okay, because it is one of the largest joint and articulating of so many types of bones, and it's bearing a lot of weight of human body, so it is means it have to put a lot of effort. So knee joint is a hinge joint, synovial hinge type of synovial joint, which mainly allows for flexion and extension and a small degree of medial and lateral rotation. Means knee joint is a hinge type of synovial joint. We have discussed earlier the synovial joint are of 6 types. So hinge joint is a type of synovial joint. So this knee joint is a type of hinge joint. Now please tell me another 2 examples of hinge joint.
Elbow and knee.
Elbow.
And
And knee.
without knee, another 2 types, another 2 example of hinge joint.
Wrist.
Yes.
It can be wrist or arm.
I'm not getting you.
Wrist can't be a hinge joint.
No, wrist is not hinge joint. Your fingers,
Elbow.
phalanges, fingers. It is one directional only. You can't rotate, means you can't backward movement of fingers. It not is not possible. Means in the joints of phalanges.
So, do phalanges, you have also given this example for condyloid joints where you said the metacarpal phalangeal joint is
That
also
is
condyloid.
metacarpophalangeal joint. But I am talking about here is
Only phalangeal.
interphalangeal joint. Interphalangeal joint. Interphalangeal joint.
Okay.
You can see in your fingers, you can't move your interphalangeal joint into two direction. It is moving in towards our palm only. We can't move our fingers outside or of the outer part of our palm. Right? Are you guys getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So our phalanges is also moving in one direction only. Only flexion and extension is possible in phalanges too. So this is a type of also hinge joint. So our knee is also type of hinge joint, unidirectional movement, flexion and extension, and knee joint allow a little movement of medial and lateral rotation. Medial means towards our midline of body. Medial means if we draw a line in our body, if we draw an imaginary line in our body which dissects our body equally left and right, front and back, means at the very center point of our body, if we draw a line from head to toe, then it is the midline of body. Just like uh, our body is standing on an axis. Are you people getting it? I'm telling about the midline of body, which means a imaginary line which is drawn in the middle of body, which equally dissects our body into left and right, front and back. So this is the midline of body. So if the movement is towards the midline, means if I am moving my hand towards my belly, then it is towards the midline. Or if I'm moving my hand away from my belly, then it is away from midline. Right? If I am moving my hand towards my navel region, then it is towards midline. If I am moving my hand away from navel region, or I am raising my hand, so it is away from midline. So medial means towards midline. Lateral means away from midline. Okay. Is these two terms are clear?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So this knee joint allows a slight movement of medial and lateral rotation. So you can feel that your knee joint is not only flexion and your knee joint is not only allowing flexion and extension, but it is we can also a bit medially and laterally rotate our lower leg. If we fix our upper leg by our hand, then our lower leg just slightly can rotate to medial side and lateral side of body, means towards left and right of body. So these are the movements of knee joint. Also, we can see these movements in our elbow joints too. So, what are the articulating surfaces in knee joint? We can see. These articulating surfaces are condyles of femur, patella, condyles of tibia. So, what are the articulating bones here? Femur, tibia, and patella. Okay. Femoral condyles articulates with tibial condyles below and behind with patella in front. Okay. Femoral condyles, you can see here clearly in the picture. Femoral condyles articulates with tibial condyles below and behind and with patella in front. You can see clearly in the picture how these bones are articulating. Like these blue colors are shown as cartilage. You can see the blue colored structure here is cartilage. And this pink color structure,
The blue, which is darker or lighter shade? The darker shade is it the cartilage, ma'am?
oh, I'm sorry. These are not cartilage. Cartilage is shown here as pink colored. Sorry. I'm very sorry. I was
Tendons, ma'am?
in a different zone. I'm very sorry. These blue colors are cartilage of light and dense. Both are cartilage, and this pink colored shown here is ligament. Okay. The one bone is connected with another bone by pink colored connective tissue, that is ligament. That are ligament. And these lighter blue color and denser blue color, these all are cartilages, because we need cartilage to protect our joint. So femoral condyles articulate with tibial condyles below and behind and with patella in front. It is formed by fusion of lateral femorotibial tibial joint. Lateral femorotibial joint means femur tibia. Which one is femur? Femur is thigh bone,
Upper one.
which is
The thigh bone or the upper bone, the longest one.
the upper limb. Sorry, the upper leg bone, that is thigh bone, and tibia, that is shin bone. We can feel that shin bone or tibia bone in front of our lower leg. We can touch it and we can feel it, that the front bone of our lower leg is tibia or shin bone. So, the lateral femorotibial joint, medial femorotibial joint, and femoropatellar joint. Femur joint is articulating with patella. You can see here that patella is not articulating with tibia. It is articulating with femur only. And this femur bone is articulating with tibia in laterally and medially too. You can see here in the picture, these two condyles are there of femur and tibia. You can see both sides condyles are present. In both sides of femur, condyles are present, and these condyles are articulating to each other's bone, and patella is articulating with femur. So you can see here clearly in the picture, femur, tibia, and patella is forming our knee joint, and the bones are connected by ligament, which is depicted here by pink colored connective tissue. So we will proceed to next slide. You can see here
One
clearly.
question.
Yes, please.
You said in the explanation of the knee joint, you said about medial and lateral, explanation about medial and lateral, right, ma'am? When you asked us to imagine a midline, and any movement towards the midline is called medial, and any movement away from the midline is called as lateral. right? Then look at the naming given for the condyle joint. There, it's written as lateral femoral condyle, right?
Hmm.
So is it moving away from the
No,
joint or why?
it's not about movement here. It's about which condyle is inward. Inward means towards the midline. Means
Okay,
if
so
we
the
divide,
medial condyle is towards the midline and lateral condyle is away from the midline.
yeah. Means if we see our uh, right leg or right knee joint, then
Hmm.
if we can also divide our right leg into left and right. So our right knee joint is um, having two condyles. So right knee joints left condyle will be of medial side or of lateral side. Now please tell me.
Can you repeat it, ma'am? Can you repeat the question?
We are assuming our right knee joint, right leg's knee joint.
Yeah.
And now I am asking about the condyle of the left condyle of right knee joint is medial or lateral?
Should be lateral.
No. The left side of right leg is towards the midline of body, right?
How would we know that, ma'am?
Yeah, it's medial.
Mm, okay, I think we should have a class of these terminologies. Let me explain.
You explained about anterior and posterior. You told anterior is for the front side and posterior is the back side.
Okay, now see this picture. This is a human skeleton, and our midline. Uh, see this human skeleton, and our midline is like. Sorry, it's not going to middle. I'm very sorry. It's going so. Tera mera. Oh,
Ma'am, can you just rotate the screen so that it's a little more clearer?
okay. Okay. Now is it clear? Okay. So you can see the skeleton. Is the skeleton visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm trying to draw a midline in this skeleton, right? So this is the midline. Just assume that this line is straight. Okay. So if we see this anatomical structure, then the right side of this skeleton is our left side. Means this is these things no? If we are talking about the right side of this skeleton, then it is situated in our left side,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So if we are talking about the right knee of this skeleton, then the midline is situated in the middle, and so this midline is situated in the middle of the body, and this midline is dividing our body into let's assume right now left and right. So if we are talking about the right knee, then right knee's left side is toward the midline, and left knee's right side is towards the midline. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
right knees left side is towards midline, and left knees right side is towards midline. So, towards midline means medial, and away from midline means lateral. So, the right knees left side is medial, and right knees right side is lateral side. Similarly, left knees right side is medial, but left knees left side is lateral. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So the condyles of both both condyles of joint are situated in the left and right of patella. So the left sided condyle is medial side, means which is near to midline. Means if we are talking about right knee, then the left condyle is near to midline. So this is medial condyle, and the right condyle is away from midline. So that is lateral condyle. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. So we will proceed to next. Why this sounds happening today? So major ligaments of knee joint are patellar ligament and tibial collateral ligament, fibial collateral ligament, anterior cruciate ligament, posterior cruciate ligament. So these 5 ligaments are there in knee joint. These are the 5 main ligaments we can found in knee joint. What are these? Patellar ligament, tibial collateral, fibial collateral, anterior cruciate, posterior cruciate. Okay. Here these ligaments are highlighted. You can see here in the top of right side, posterior cruciate ligament is leveled. You can see the location of posterior cruciate ligament in the picture. Anterior cruciate ligament just below that, and tibial collateral ligament you can see here, which is connecting tibia to femur. You can see here patellar ligament, which is connecting patella to tibia, and fibular collateral ligament, which is connecting fibula to femur. Right? All these ligaments, their locations and their connections are clear. Are these clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, next, the medial and lateral menisci are fibrocartilage structures in knee and knee that act as shock absorber and increase stability of joint. So, these are medial and lateral menisci are fibrocartilage structures. So you were asking about this denser blue colored structure. These are cartilages which are whose main work or main function is to absorb shock. You can see in the middle age or after middle age, knee pain is most common in people because our knee is bearing our whole upper body's weight. So this cartilage is having a big role, a major role of absorbing shock of our whole heavy upper body. That is why these cartilages are very, very important to prevent injury of knee joint. So these are the medial and lateral menisci, a fibrocartilage structure in the knee that act as shock absorber and increase stability of joint. It also increase the stability of joint because of its structure. Our upper or femur bone is stable by this cartilaginous structure. You can see here the menisci, medial and lateral menisci. You can see here it is like gray colored. All the cartilages and these ligaments are gray colored here. Lateral menisci and medial menisci. You can see here. It's now. Please tell me, which knee joint is this after seeing here the medial and lateral leveling of this picture? Is it right leg or is it left leg?
Ma'am, left, I think.
Medial side is inward. Lateral side is outward.
Be right.
Right?
Medial side is inward, right, ma'am?
Is
Yes.
this front or is it back?
Right leg, then it is
Back
right
of
leg.
what are we seeing? Is it front knee or back knee?
It is
It
front
is
knee, but here patella is not shown. It is
ah,
front.
okay.
Because if patella will be
Hmm.
shown, then the internal structure of these ligaments and cartilages will not be seen.
Hmm.
And if we see the back side of knee, then we can't see like this structure. Then we will see at first the fibula
Right leg, right
because
knee.
fibula is somewhat at the back side of our knee.
Okay. Then this is right knee.
Yeah, this is right knee because medial meniscus is at the left side of this structure. Please, no
Ma'am,
problem.
can you repeat this once again, please, if you don't mind?
Medial means inward of body. Medial means near the midline. Lateral means outward of the body. Are you want to get this only or the whole concept or something
No,
else?
no, that's fine, ma'am. Meniscus is it the name of the ligament?
Yeah. This fibrocartilaginous structure.
Okay. So medial meniscus of the right knee. This is the medial meniscus of the right knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing is bursing. Is synovial fluid filled sac found between moving structures in a joint. A bursa is a cushion-like structure. It is a sac-like structure which is fluid-filled sac. Means within that sac, synovial fluid is filled. Sorry, I don't know what kind of fluid is that. I think synovial fluid. So yes.
It is synovial fluid only, synovial fluid filled sac.
Synovial fluid is filled in synovial cavity, but I don't know which type of fluid is filled in this bursae, because these bursae are cushion-like structure. They are fluid-filled sac. They are not synovial cavity. They are something different. They are cushion-like structure, and they are filled with some fluid. I will find and tell you which type of fluid is that. So these bursae are found in synovial joints in many numbers, not a single or two, three. It can be found in different people in different number in different people, means it is not fixed that this much bursae will be found in every human being. It's not fixed. It will be uh, it is decided by body type, like if the person is healthy or a bit fatty, then bursae may be more in number in that person joints. So bursae are fluid filled sac like structure found in between moving structure in a joint. So you can see blue colored depiction or blue colored presentation are the bursae here in this picture, left side picture. Sorry, sky colored presentation you can see here are the bursae. And you can see here also the muscles, how the muscles are joining to these bones and how they are attached to these bones. You can see here, this is the knee joint, and along with the muscles, the right side of this structure is the front side of our knee, and the front of our thigh is covered by quadricep muscles. So quadricep muscle is ending here with patella, and hamstring is at the back side of thigh. So hamstring is ending with fibula, means it is elongated by tendon. What are tendons?
Tendons join muscle to bone.
Yes, very good. So this hamstring is elongated by tendon, and the tendon is joining to fibula. Just like that only, quadriceps are also joined with this patella and tibia. And ligaments are there, patella, quadricep, all these things are there. Meniscus is shown here in sky color rubber like structure. It is shock absorber mainly. And these are the muscles of leg. So we will proceed to next. Bursae and pads of fat are numerous, which I told just a few minutes ago, that the bursae and pads of fat are numerous. They are not fixed. They can be many. They prevent friction between a bone and a ligament or tendon, and between skin and patella. They are placed to prevent friction only. Now, movements of knee joint are four. First one is extension produced by quadriceps femoris muscle. Means flexion and extension. Is these terms clear to you? Are these terms clear to you? Or do you people know these terms earlier?
Uh, yes, ma'am. Extension means when we extend. So that is what is extension, right?
The main thing is flexion means decreasing the angle. Extension means increasing the angle. If we are decreasing the angle between our leg, means if we are decreasing the angle between lower leg and upper leg, then it is flexion. And if we are increasing the angle between our upper leg and lower leg, then it is extension. So what is,
If you are standing, then it is extension.
yeah.
If you are sitting, it is flexion.
Yeah. And during walking also, flexion and extension is continuously going on. Right? Without flexion and extension, walking is not completed. Walking is impossible. If we are folding our leg to any way, then it is flexion. Because what is the largest degree we can extend our leg into?
180.
Yeah, 180. So 180 is the ultimate extension of our leg. And if we are decreasing our leg and making less than 180-degree angle, then it is flexion. Okay.
Right.
The same thing applies in every joint of body. If we are decreasing our angle, then it is flexion. If we are increasing our angle between joint, then it is extension. And you people know the meaning of rotation. Rotation means a circular movement. Okay. So the extension produced by quadriceps muscles. So when we do yoga, then we can feel our muscle movement. So when we are extending our leg, then we can feel that our upper thigh muscles are contracting. That is the frontal upper thigh muscles. Those are quadricep muscles. Those are contracting. So the extension is produced by quadriceps femoris muscle. Flexion are produced by hamstring, gracilis, sartorius, and popliteus. These are the muscles of back side of our upper leg. So these muscles are responsible for flexion. Now, next is lateral rotation produced by bicep femoris muscle. Bicep femoris muscle is a part of quadricep muscle only. Quadricep muscle means, quadri means 4. So quadricep muscles are a group of 4 muscles. Okay, quadri means 4. So quadriceps means group of 4 muscle. We all know bicep, tricep. Why these are named? Bi means 2. Tri means 3. Bicep means 2 muscles are grouped together. Tricep means 3 muscles are grouped together. Quadricep, 4 muscles are grouped together. You all know, right? Bicep is where located and tricep is located where. We all know that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Especially boys and
And gym.
gents are fond of bicep and tricep.
Correct.
Yeah. So quadricep is also located in our upper thigh, located in our thigh or upper leg, and in the front side of our upper leg. So quadricep is the group of 4 muscles, and bicep femoris is a part of those 4 muscles. So lateral rotation means rotating our leg to the outer part of our body. Means if we are talking about right leg, then lateral rotation will be on right side only, because lateral means away from midline. So if we are rotating our right leg to right side, then it is going to away from midline. And if we are rotating our right leg to left side, then it is medial rotation. Right? Are these clear? Okay. Next is the main muscle extending the knee are quadriceps femoris, and principal flexors are gastrocnemius hamstring. Gastrocnemius and hamstring. Is there any problem?
Yeah. Lateral rotation produced by the bicep femoris muscle.
Hmm.
Bicep femoris muscle are part of the quadriceps femoris, is it, ma'am? That is what you said.
Yes, yes.
There are 4 muscles, out of which the lateral rotation is produced by 2 muscles, which are called bicep femoris muscles.
No, not 2 muscles. Bicep femoris is the name of 1 muscle only.
Okay, so the lateral rotation is produced by this muscle called bicep femoris muscle.
Yeah, yeah.
Extension is produced by quadriceps. So both are different muscles on the thigh.
Quadriceps means these are talking about all 4 muscles. When we are talking about quadriceps, then we are talking about all the 4 muscles.
So are these femoris muscles part of the quadriceps, or they are different set of muscles, ma'am?
No, the bicep femoris is part of this quadricep only.
Okay, that was my question.
Hmm. Okay. So the main muscle extending knee and are the quadriceps femoris, and principal flexure are gastrocnemius and hamstring. Just now we have studied that hamstring is located at the back side of our upper leg, and gastrocnemius is located at the back side of lower leg, or you can see it is very developed in case of football players. Gastrocnemius muscle, we all can see in our lower leg very easily. The gastrocnemius muscle is at the back part of lower leg. It is, yeah, it is somewhat shown here. You can see here, this is gastrocnemius head. Or I can't show you very clearly the gastrocnemius muscle. We will see in
The
the
calf
muscular.
muscle, right? Calf
Yeah,
muscle.
yeah, obviously calf muscle. Yeah, gastrocnemius is the calf muscle only. So this is all about knee joint. So what is the time? Please tell me.
5 minutes to 6 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. 5 minutes here.
Okay, so it's not possible to complete this intervertebral space today. We have
Yes,
to
ma'am.
take one more class for this. Okay, so is there any questions?
After revision tomorrow, maybe we'll have questions now.
Okay, no problem. So let me ask some questions. Okay, tell me, what is the upper part or the harder part of bone made up of? Now answer me on the chat box.
Compact bone.
Yeah, that compact bone is made up of which material?
Calcium and phosphate.
Yeah, calcium and phosphorus. And answer me in the chat box now. Okay, now from 6 o'clock you are having next class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you should rest a while too. So we should now end with ending pair and we should leave and you should rest a while.
Yes, ma'am. We'll take a quick break. Yes.
Okay. So sit comfortably, upright your spine, close your eyes, adapt Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest. Take a deep inhalation and completely exhale. Inhale the activeness, exhale the laziness. Inhale and feel you are physically active. Exhale and feel that you are mentally relaxed. Now, repeat the prayer with me. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Now put those palms on your facial muscles after rubbing. Feel the warmth and open your eyes with a smile. Thank you and rest for a few minutes.
Thank you, ma'am. Hari Om.
Namaste.